Hi friends, I am Hasini, who is undergraduate in Java Institute. Starting from this video, I am going to give you 6 videos about some points in Web Component Development, which is known as also WCD. Today, I am going to talk about how to contain handles a request. So let's start. Our main topic is how the container handles a request. So let's start with what is a web container. So what is a web container? Web container is a Java application that controls servlet. Servlet do not have a main method, so they require container to load them. Container is a place where servlet gets deployed. When a client sends a request to web server that contains a servlet, server sends that request to container rather than to server directly. Container then finds out the requested servlet and passes the HTTP request and response to servlet and loads the servlet methods. Example of a web container is a Tomcat. What is a web request? A web request is a communicative message that is transmitted between the client or a web browser to the servers. This request is essential in providing the user with the correct and preferred web pages that the server will then display on the user's interface. The server then retrieves the content requested by the client that will result in the web pages, images, or interactive features displayed. For each request sent on behalf of the client, the server will complete each one, thus loading the respective amount of web pages, images, or elements. So, this is the main point in this video, how the container handles a request. When the client requests a servlet, the server passes that request to the container. Now the container processes that request and passes the response to the server. Here is a diagrammatic view how the container handles the request. A client sends a request to the server and the server passes that request to the container. Then the container creates two objects. One is request and the other one is a response. The container calls the service method of the servlet and depending upon the client, request it calls the doGet or doPost methods. The servlet thread generates the output of the request and passes that result into the response object. Then it sends the object back to the container. How the container handles a request? After the service method completes, the thread dies and the container converts the response into HTTP response and passes it to the server, which then transfers it to the client. So that is how the container handles the request. So this is the first video of my video series and thank you for watching.